Every time the economy goes bad, war starts.
Do you think it's going to happen again?
We're already in it.
Recently, Robert Kiyosaki has shared his insights on how banking elites manipulate economies and the potential consequences for ordinary people. This video explores his views on financial education, investment strategies, and the looming threat of war.
It says, I control the paper, but I'm an entrepreneur. That's trained to do this stuff. Take control of your life. So I created the cash flow board game so people can teach people what schools will not teach you. And if you can control your money, you control your life.
Economic cycles are inevitable. They ebb and flow, shaping the landscape of our lives. When the economy thrives, optimism abounds. But when it falters, fear and uncertainty take hold. History has shown us that downturns often lead to conflict. War becomes a tool for those in power, a way to distract from economic despair. Each cycle brings with it lessons, often ignored until it's too late.
Getting off the banking system. So I own a lot of gold and silver, things like that. So I don't want anything they can print. So I own stocks, but in my company, I took them public.
The power of bankers. Bankers wield immense power. They control the flow of money and thus the economy itself. This control shapes our lives in profound ways. When banks succeed, they thrive, often at the expense of the average person. Their decisions dictate the market. They can shift the balance of power with a single policy change. The 2008 financial crisis exemplified this control. The crisis was a turning point. Banks used it to their advantage, gaining market share and consolidating power. In Australia, the pandemic provided a similar opportunity for banks. They received significant government support, allowing them to dominate the lending market. This raises questions about the true nature of financial stability. The link between economy and war. The connection between economic downturns and war is undeniable. History is rife with examples. When economies collapse, leaders often resort to conflict to rally support and distract from domestic issues. War becomes a means of unifying a fractured society, albeit temporarily. Current global tensions mirror these historical patterns. As economic challenges mount, the risk of conflict increases. Leaders may find themselves backed into a corner, feeling that war is the only way out. This cycle perpetuates itself, creating a dangerous environment for ordinary people. The role of government in banking. Governments play a crucial role in the banking system. They set the rules that banks operate under. This relationship can be problematic. When governments support banks, they often do so at the expense of the people. Bailouts become the norm, reinforcing the power of financial institutions. In Australia, we saw this dynamic during the pandemic. The government injected billions into banks, ostensibly to stimulate the economy. But what it really did was entrench the bank's dominance. As they prospered, everyday Australians faced rising costs and stagnant wages. This imbalance is a clear indication of the government's priorities. The repo market explained. The repo market is critical to understanding banking liquidity. It allows banks to borrow money by using assets as collateral. This system is designed to keep money flowing in the economy. However, its collapse in 2019 highlighted vulnerabilities within the banking system. When liquidity dries up, banks struggle to operate effectively. The pandemic exacerbated this issue, leading to increased government intervention. Central banks injected massive sums into the system to stabilize it. This created a false sense of security, masking underlying problems. As interest rates rise, consumers feel the pinch. They are often left to bear the burden of these decisions. The cycle continues, with the average person caught in the middle. Understanding these dynamics is essential for anyone hoping to navigate today's economic landscape. Inflation and its impact on consumers. Inflation is a silent thief. It erodes purchasing power, making everyday essentials more expensive. Consumers feel the pinch as their salaries struggle to keep pace with rising costs. This dynamic creates stress and uncertainty. Every time inflation rises, the average consumer is left to grapple with higher prices. Groceries, fuel, and housing costs soar. Many families find it challenging to make ends meet. They must choose between basic needs. This is a harsh reality that cannot be ignored. Moreover, inflation often leads to interest rate hikes. When central banks increase rates, borrowing becomes more costly. Home loans and credit card payments rise, squeezing household budgets further. The burden falls disproportionately on those already struggling. As inflation continues, many people turn to alternative methods for managing their finances. They seek investment opportunities that can outpace inflation. Gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies become attractive options. These assets provide a hedge against the depreciating value of money. Yet not everyone has access to these financial tools. A significant portion of the population remains unaware of their options. This lack of awareness can perpetuate cycles of poverty. Education in financial literacy is crucial for breaking these cycles. Financial education, a missing piece. Financial education is often overlooked. Schools rarely teach students about money management. Instead, they focus on traditional subjects that do not prepare students for real-world challenges. This gap leaves many young adults ill-equipped to handle their finances. Understanding how money works is essential. It empowers individuals to make informed decisions. Without this knowledge, people may fall victim to debt traps. They may also miss opportunities to build wealth. Many adults are unaware of the basics of investing. They lack understanding of concepts like compound interest or asset allocation. This ignorance can lead to poor financial choices. It is vital to address this issue head-on. We must advocate for financial literacy programs. These can equip future generations with the skills they need. Knowledge about budgeting, saving, and investing can change lives. It can foster a culture of financial independence. Furthermore, financial education should not stop at school. Adults must also seek continuous learning. Workshops, online courses, and community programs can help. Taking responsibility for one's financial education is crucial. The rise of central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are gaining traction. Many governments explore their potential. These digital currencies promise efficiency and security. However, they also raise concerns about privacy and control. CBDCs can streamline transactions. They offer a cashless alternative that is appealing in today's digital age. Yet, this convenience comes with risks. Central banks could monitor spending habits. This level of surveillance is troubling for many. Moreover, CBDCs could undermine traditional banking systems. If consumers favor digital currencies, banks may lose their influence. This shift could lead to a restructured financial landscape. It is essential to consider the implications of such changes. As the world moves towards digital currencies, individuals must stay informed. Understanding the potential benefits and drawbacks is key. It is also important to consider how these currencies will coexist with existing financial systems. We must be cautious. While CBDCs may offer advantages, they also pose risks to personal freedoms. Engaging in discussions about these changes is vital. The future of money could look very different, and we must be prepared. Marxism versus capitalism in education. The debate between Marxism and capitalism shapes educational frameworks. Many educational institutions lean towards a Marxist ideology. This perspective often promotes collectivism over individual achievement. It can stifle entrepreneurial spirit and innovation. Students are taught to view wealth with suspicion. This mindset can create a culture of dependency rather than independence. Those who strive for financial success may be seen as greedy. This narrative needs to change. Education should empower individuals. It should encourage them to pursue their passions and take risks. Capitalism fosters creativity and problem solving. We must advocate for a balanced approach in education that values both perspectives. By integrating financial literacy into curricula, we can equip students with the tools they need. They can learn to navigate the complexities of the economy. Understanding both Marxist and capitalist principles can provide a more comprehensive education. The future of financial independence is uncertain but filled with potential. As the economy evolves, individuals must adapt. Embracing new technologies and financial tools is essential. This adaptability can lead to greater control over personal finances. Financial independence is not merely a dream. It is an attainable goal for those who seek it. With the right knowledge and resources, anyone can build wealth. For those interested in learning more about investing, I've had a positive experience with Interactive Brokers. The link to their platform is in the video description. Yet, if you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content.